Hey guys, what's up? It's Joseph the Realtor, and in this video, I'm gonna talk about what every home seller in New Jersey needs to know before they list their house. We're gonna dive into three things: marketing, customer experience, and commission. Those three things are major keys when it comes to selling your house in New Jersey. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. Marketing. Marketing is key, and a lot of realtors say they do the best marketing. But when you do marketing, you have to do one major thing: spend money. As a listing agent of a property, you have to do 4K photos and floor plans. A lot of realtors say they do photos and floor plans on a listing, but are they 4K? The reason 4K is important is because Zillow and Realtor.com push a listing that has both 4K photos and floor plans and a video at the top of the list. So I do 4K photos and floor plans for every single quality listing. This makes a big difference in itself. Those tend to be a little bit more expensive, along with videos like this, which tend to be a little bit more expensive too. So do your research on the agent that you hired. Just because they have 20 years experience doesn't mean they know what they're doing when it comes to marketing, because marketing is constantly evolving and changing. Growing an audience on social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, takes a very long time. It takes years. I've spent years growing my audience, and it's not even that big. So I could only imagine a realtor who's been doing it for 40 years who doesn't even know what Instagram is. So before you choose your agent, make sure they do 4K photos and floor plans, a proper marketing video that shows off your unit. Make sure they know everything about the house, every inch, every square feet of your unit, because that's key when they're showing the house. I'm gonna dive into that in customer experience. Another thing that your realtor has to do is MLSs. Not just one MLS, because a lot of realtors are a member of the wrong MLS or one MLS because it's very expensive to be a member of the MLS. I am a member of every single MLS. So I listed on New Jersey MLS, Garden State MLS, Hudson County MLS. If it's down the shore, Monmouth, Ocean, all these MLSs are so expensive monthly. And to have your home listed in this MLS is very expensive. And it's not something a new realtor or an inexperienced realtor would even know or can afford. So marketing is very, very, very important. And as a bonus, a YouTube channel is key, because a lot of buyers are on YouTube. A lot of people are very YouTube savvy. I once sold a $2.6 million house in Chatham off of YouTube. So think of how crazy that is and how vast your realtor's audience needs to be. So when you're hiring an agent to sell your house, marketing is number one. Number two, commission. Commission is everyone's favorite thing. It's the main reason realtors are realtors. Commission is not an easy thing to come by, and listings are hard to come by. So if a realtor gets a listing, I hope they deserve it. And what I mean by that is when you're a seller, you agree to pay a commission. The seller always pays the commission, and the buyers that they split with the buyer's agent. Some realtors charge 1%. Never hire a 1% realtor. Some realtors charge 2% each side. Some realtors charge 3%, 6% total. 3% to the buyer's agent, 3% to the listing agent. Some realtors charge 5%, which I think is super fair. Me personally, I always do 5%. And if you're a repeat client, I do 4%. But the key with these 5% and 6% listing agreements is how is that 6% and 5% being split? A lot of sellers don't understand this, and they sign a 5% listing agreement or a 6% listing agreement. And then when I bring a buyer to a seller's listing, I see the listing agent's getting 4% and giving out 2%. And that is a damn shame. Because as a seller, if you're giving a 6% listing, at least give out 2.5% to 3%, because what that's gonna do is motivate a buyer's agent to bring you a buyer. Although buyer's agents shouldn't be motivated by money, unfortunately in the world we live in today, buyer's agents are very motivated by money. And you know what? If there's a listing that pays 2% and there's another one that pays 2.5%, that buyer's agent might just bring that buyer to the 2.5% listing and away from yours. So if you're a seller and you're giving out 5%, make sure it's split evenly so you get a more motivated buyer's agent and a happier buyer experience. Okay, the last point is customer experience. Customer experience is huge, and you might not know what customer experience is, so I'm gonna explain it to you. When I get your listing and you say, hey Joseph, I'm gonna trust you to sell my house, Guess what? I don't take that lightly, and no listing agent should. When you agree to sell your house with me, I'm at majority of the showings. I'm at the open house. I'm talking to buyers. I'm talking to buyers' agents. I'm seeing what buyer I think is gonna waste time or what buyer is actually serious about buying the property. I'm here describing upgrades, square footage, HOA fees, lawsuits against the HOA, issues with the foundation. Any little thing that I know about the house, I can vomit that information at the open house. Because when you hire a listing agent, you're not just hiring a realtor who's gonna show your house. You're hiring all of that experience, all of those homes that that realtor has sold, all those transactions that that realtor has learned from, all those red flags to look out for in a transaction that only an educated listing agent can know. So when you're hiring a realtor, make sure you set the foundation and set the terms straight from the beginning. Are you gonna be at the open house? Are you gonna be at all showings? Are you gonna be at both open houses? Are you gonna call for a highest and best? What's your game plan? Let's go over it together so that we're all informed and on the same page. And what's your experience? What have you closed? What's your toughest transaction? What's your easiest transaction? These are all great questions to ask your listing agent before you hire them. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave you with this last bit of information. This is a free little nugget that most sellers don't know and realtors don't want you to know. If you sign a listing agreement and that realtor, that listing agent has not satisfied your needs, if you don't think they're doing a good job, guess what? There's an easy way out for you of that listing agreement. It's called an unconditional withdrawal. If you're unhappy for whatever reason, even if you have 5 months left on the contract, unconditional withdrawals are allowed and the realtor must send it to you within 24 hours. So if you're unhappy with your agent, give me a call or get that unconditional withdrawal signed. And if you're buying or selling in New Jersey, please make sure you call me today. But most importantly, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more informative videos like this.